flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devin Duvernay. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Going play action, Ritter. And now here's another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Peyton Hendershot, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself,
touchdown, Houston! Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. 4th down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Fred Warner. Now he's free at the 35. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ritter off the play fake. That's complete to Slayton. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that.
That is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd down, another run with Taylor, but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's got McLaurin, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Ritter looks to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Ritter. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Got a man, Slayton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. This ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Texans are going to win the football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Texans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.